Selling your car to Carvana is as easy as...
As easy as pie?
Sure. All you have to do is enter your license plate or VIN.
As easy as a stroll in the park.
Okay, then just answer a few questions and you'll get a real offer in seconds.
As easy as singing.
Why not? Schedule a pickup or drop off and Carvana will pay you that amount right on the spot.
As easy as playing guitar.
Actually, I find that kind of difficult. But selling your car to Carvana is as easy as...
Can be.
Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get an instant offer today.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Now I can make bad jokes, is what you're saying.
Yes.
You're recording.
Now that the lady said that we're recording, you are now allowed to make bad jokes. Ready, go.
You want to hear a dirty joke? The white horse fell in the mud.
Sorry, I'm gonna delay on the button. This is We Should Be Better at This. Obviously, apparently, about everything. My name is Chris Donovan. That is Eric Lecky.
That is me. And on with us today, special treat, the wonderfully talented, mainly because she's of my own flesh and blood, Audrey Lecky. Say hello,
Hi,
Audrey.
hello.
Is what you normally do.
I'm like, do you talk first or do I talk first? Who talks first? Well, the sad thing is she is part of you.
This is very true.
A smarter part of you.
Well, yes, at least somewhat. Well, so this is obviously We Should Be Better at This. This is the last show right before Christmas, maybe the last one we do of the year. I don't know yet. And basically, folks, strap in. Spoilers. This is basically going to be all Marvel talk. I just got out of seeing Spider-Man for the second time, actually, just mere moments ago. We just arrived home. And it was Audrey's first time, my second time. So we're all full of hot Marvel talk. And so I'm going to go ahead and say this episode is going to be about 93.4% Spider-Man related. And there will be spoilers.
Lots of spoilers. And I'm going to start it off at the part that made me happiest the most. Obviously, it picked up right at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, which is where everybody found out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. It picked up right there. But my favorite part was his lawyer. Now, before we get into anything else, a lot of people didn't catch it. I caught it. My wife was
Daredevil.
like, "That?
Daredevil.
Do you guys know who his lawyer was?"
Daredevil.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
In the theaters, I saw him how he had glasses, and I was like, oh, he's blind. And then I was like, wait, he's a blind lawyer. And then I turned to my dad and I was like, that's Daredevil. That's Daredevil.
Yeah. Then he catches
I
the
didn't
brick.
catch it the first time until he caught the brick that came in through the window.
You know, as lawyers do.
Yeah, Audrey caught it like as soon as he came on the screen. Audrey caught that one. But yeah, that was a really great cameo.
Yeah, that was my favorite because that opened up all of those ground level Avengers. The what do they call the Defenders? That opens them up.
Ground level Avengers doesn't have the quite same ring to it. I think they need to workshop that one.
Well, that's what they are. But I mean,
guys, we're the B team. No, wait, that doesn't sound good. Winter Soldier. Okay, let's think of something else. The
Fall Soldier.
How cool would it be if Jessica Jones is walking around hammered, beating people up?
Yeah, well, I guess whatever it takes all kinds. But yeah, so we just got out. Super interesting movie. Pretty much universally loved at this point. I mean, I think it has like a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes from the fans, like a 94 or 5% from the critics. So, I mean, this was definitely a hit for them. I think there's been some hits and misses in the Marvel catalog, at least over the last couple of years. But this one's definitely a hit. Super fun. And you guys saw it a few days ago, though, right?
Yeah, we saw it over the weekend. We went Saturday morning because we were supposed to go to football on Sunday. But beside all that, yes, we went. And it was the movie I think we've all been waiting for. I think it was a relief because everybody loves the character and it brought in all generations because it had, the cameos by so many different people.
Well, okay, wait.
Where do you want to start?
You're getting. You just actually named the thing that I wanted to talk about up front. Like I said, warning spoilers, I guess. But you said the cameos. Here's the thing, though. I was expecting the cameos, But these were more than cameos. This was like they were an integral part of the movie, and they were in for an extended length of movie. Normally, a cameo is someone flies by, they say something, yada yada yada, they get their one-liner and they're off. This was you get the shock of not only the original villains coming back, but with the same actors, but you get the original 2 Spider-Men. They come in and you think, oh, it's going to be a quick cameo and they're out, and they're in for the last 45 minutes of the movie. Like, I think that was super caught me off guard. I did not know that they were going to actually be like a part of the movie.
Yeah, they made it really they made it fun. It was like tongue in cheek with the 3 of them, because every movie had something different about their characters. Like Tobey Maguire, he had the stuff coming out of his hand, which was hilarious, out of his wrist with the webs. When they're sitting there talking, is that coming out of your arm? What is that?
Yeah, that scene was great. Audrey, you were talking about like the camaraderie between them. Like, what was?
I wish there was more banter between them, because it was really nice seeing like even though they're the same person, they have different personalities in a way. Like Tobey Maguire, his Spider-Man is more like, I don't want to seem mature because he is,
more weathered.
Spider-Man. He's in a onesie. Like, I don't think you can come back after being in a unitard. You can't come back and be mature. But he was the more mature of the 3, which obviously is because he's the old man. No respect to Tobey Maguire, though. He's awesome. Andrew Garfield, I feel like, was more of like a awkward like millennial, which fits with when his movies came out, because he's more of the Spider-Man of the millennials. And Peter Parker, Tom Holland Peter Parker, is definitely a Gen Z Spider-Man. I was talking with my dad in the car and my mom when we got home. I think the thing with these movies, the newer Spider-Mans, I don't want to say newer, but my generation of Spider-Man, the best thing they did was the casting, because in Tobey's Spider-Man, he's supposed to be like a teenager. Back then, Tobey Maguire did not look like a teenager. Same with Andrew Garfield. Even though he looks younger than
what are you guys doing?
We just had our youngest daughter storm into our recording studio here.
And Tiki boy. Okay, sorry.
He's like, no, I want in on this conversation. I love Spider-Man.
Tiki can be in Spider-Man.
Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I agree with you. I agree with you. The casting.
I'm taking over.
Are you?
Yeah, my dad just had to shoo the dog out. So I really like, aside from all the awkward millennial stuff, I think that Zendaya, Jacob, what's his last name?
What was the actor that plays Ned?
The guy in the chair.
I
believe it's
Jacob Batalon.
Yes.
Batalon.
Yes, I think Zendaya, Jacob, and Tom, they were perfectly cast, because in my eyes, they acted like how my friends and I act. Like, obviously, we're not breaking the multiverse and fighting with old villains.
Audrey, you're still young yet. I was 17 before I broke the multiverse for the first time. Chris, he was in his mid-20s.
No, the first time I did it, I was 8, but that was on accident.
That was on accident. But to her point, it's true, because like when Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man, he's supposed to be a teenage character. It never felt like he was a teenage character. It felt like he was in his like mid-20s. Andrew Garfield, same thing. Felt like it was in his mid to late 20s. These group of kids, they really do feel like kids. They really do feel like teenagers that are all going through teenager stuff. And so she's right. The casting was perfect. And
I think
the writing with the banter between all of them, I think, was better.
Yes.
I think they've all developed a camaraderie. So I think that these 3 really feel like friends. They really feel like they're going on an adventure together.
And while they're the same person, they don't act like you can kind of tell that they're not carbon copies of each other. And I think it kind of gives you a more appreciation for each of the sets of the Spider-Man movies, which it just kind of hit me that they really, like, Marvel really did that. Marvel really got, like, they pulled that off to where multiple universes.
Yeah, super smart.
Not to mention,
it's
awesome. Not to mention, there was parts throughout of it that like were like hints from the other movie. Like Andrew Garfield never got to save his MJ, so he got to save this MJ.
Oh yeah, that was the.
He was very emotional when he saves her, because it was like a sense of closure for him. I think that this
Doc Ock was never healed or whatever, but he was healed in this one, so it finished that story. Like, it was a lot. It was really, really good.
Yeah. Do you? The movie was long, but I do wish they would have trimmed in some spots to allow for more banter between the three Spider-Men. I kind of wanted to live in that world a little longer with the three of them kind of feeling like brothers.
Yeah.
And they're the only three people in the world that understand what the other one could be going through. And like those scenes were great and they were just so short. And I would have liked to have seen almost like a Guardians of the Galaxy style, like, hey, can they go on like a full mission together and do like an entire movie? Like
Jim Carrey.
I was hoping they would A-team it, because they were all in the lab, right? They're sitting there. When they started going, oh, I did that in my lab. I did that. I already beat him. I'm going to go make this over there. I thought that part, like you guys were saying, where you wanted more camaraderie, I think that could have been extended very easily because it's like, oh, I'm going to go over here and create something very, very technical and impossible to build to kill this lizard up there. Oh, I'm done. You guys good? Yeah. It was really quick. It felt forced. So I think that's where they could have added a lot more.
I also love the scene where he's like, they're in the middle of the fight and Tom Holland, new Spider-Man, goes, okay, guys, I've worked on a team before. I don't mean to brag or anything, but I was part of the Avengers. And they're like, that's great. What's the Avengers?
Is it a band? Is it a band?
Are you in a band?
Yeah. There was a couple of that the other way. Where they say Andrew Garfield's like, yeah, I know, I'm kind of lame. I only fought a mad Russian in a rhino suit. Like, you went to space. What the heck? He was Spider-Man 3. I mean, it was the way they did that all. It was so great.
Yeah. And then bringing back, I think the villains. First of all, does Willem Dafoe have the scariest face in the history of television?
He's so
and movies?
Scary. Like, I don't want to be mean.
Like he didn't. It's funny. He's the only villain in history where they wanted him to take off the mask because his real face is scarier than whatever mask he would wear. I
am really surprised he hasn't been cast as the Joker yet. Like
he
an
does
older
have that,
Joker,
like menacing grin.
He doesn't need any face makeup. All he has to do is smile, like he's doing in this picture. I'm looking at. Oh my god, he's looking at my soul. Knock it off, William. No, but also Jamie Foxx's character. He came back.
He's so funny.
I know. He's like, matter of fact, he's like, oh no, I like that. I'm gonna go fuck around a little bit and do some electrical stuff.
Or when he goes, man, I thought in all these multiverses, you're telling me there's not one black Spider-Man. I thought that was a great line, because I mean, and that's one where the whole audience is in on the joke and they kind of understand.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, have you seen the picture William Dafoe smiling at pancake mix? Because I think you kind of need it.
It's like a current meme, I guess.
No, but I'm looking it up right now. Am I gonna have nightmares?
No. But he has it looks like a homeless person that they're trying to kick out of a grocery store is what it looks like.
It does. And that's what
And that's
Spider-Man is.
Oh my god, that is Dafoe. Oh my god.
Homeless man shops for pancakes.
This is the other universe. This is
this is Willem Dafoe in one of the other universes where he's just a psychotic guy in San Francisco that's homeless and attacks people on the street.
Oscorp is just something carved into the concrete under an underpass somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So what did you think about the overall story of Tom Holland, the Spider-Man, I guess, trying to essentially repair what you said, it picks up right as the last movie finishes. So literally that moment, and this whole movie is literally trying to resolve what happens in the last 5 minutes of that movie to all kinds of consequences. So, but what did you think of the overall plot and how they chose to tell it?
Freaking Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm joking.
Yeah, right. Jake Gyllenhaal's a jerk, even though that Mysterio, the way they did him was really smart. Beside that, I think that it follows suit with his character in the first Spider-Man, which I was watching the other day before I went and watched the new one. Tony goes and takes the suit away because he said, if you're nothing without that suit, then you're, after he tried to do something and messed up and the boat got cut in half. I think it's the same kind of thing. He's sitting there talking to Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is trying to do a spell. He's like, shut the hell up, kid. Like, let me do it. It just follows his character. And then him trying to fix everything. Like, that's all he does is try to fix everything.
I have a few plot hole problems though. And I get it. In these movies, you have to suspend disbelief, but
because of the multiverse, you have to.
Right. Which I get and I'm willing to do, but it seemed like all of this could have been very easily solved by just Doctor Strange doing the correct spell for a moment. And then even at the end, it's like, hey, make everyone forget about me, including the people I love. Why couldn't he go, hey, remember that spell that we did, except for, adding in the people that I still care about to still know me? Can we do that spell? Why did it have to be the one that wiped it out from everyone? Like, there was those plot holes kind of bothered me.
It's the nagging that makes it more believable, because I have kids that nag, and one of them's 18, so it's similar in age, and it's just they're so Just
So you'd
don't care
rather
what you're doing,
destroy
this
that
is-
person's life than to hear them explain what they wanted for one more minute?
Well, here's the thing: is Peter Parker would have had to convince Doctor Strange who he was and stuff again because he wouldn't even remembered. So he would have had to go in there and convince Doctor Strange again who he was.
Right, but they
then
could
go
have done
back-
the spell. Think about when they were doing it the first time. It was only because he kept changing it that it all got messed up. So why not at that very end moment go, okay, make everyone in the world forget me except for my two friends
why not
and
at
all
least
the
one
Avengers
person?
people?
What
Like,
about-
why can't it? Why did it have to be everyone wiped out? And then the other thing that bothers me is, guess what? Aunt May was wrong.
Yeah.
You should have let them go back to their own universe and die. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Like, she was wrong. And it had, they talk about, oh, don't, even the bad guys were like, don't do it. It has consequences. And it's like, yes, it's stupid. That's like saying, hey, I know I captured a member of the Taliban, but why don't we try to see if they'll be like a good guy and we could like release him and let's have him come and live at home with me for a little while. Like, you invited danger in and then people around you got killed, including Aunt May. And I was like, yeah, she was wrong. She was 100% wrong.
She was, but there was a funny part. I mean, we wouldn't have got to see all this stuff, obviously, if that would have been the holes. The one thing that I thought that I've been picking up that has been bugging me with the last couple movies in some of the series that are going on with Marvel is that Tony snapped his fingers. All the people came back. All of Thanos disappeared. Why did he not repair the entire Avengers compound and make it go back to how it was? And how are people getting all these pieces and stuff? It's like Happy had that case from the Avengers place. Like the Avengers place was, you know what I mean? Like how was it coming down where they're all being shunned from having anything Tony Stark had? Or why didn't he make the compound back where nobody could steal shit? That makes sense.
Kind of failed at his job, I feel like.
Well, he wasn't a very good. I mean, he's Captain America's bodyguard. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But he fell in love with Aunt May, which is quite funny. But he cried what 3 times in this movie?
Yeah.
And also, didn't Tony like, I don't know, dude.
I'm just mad that like they're all getting like banished from having cool shit, and that's what I want to see is them having cool shit.
Well,
So
let's talk theories. Actually, let me take that back. Let's talk biggest wow moments, surprise moments of the movies. Like, what was the part of the movie that just hit you where you're like, yes, awesome, or oh my god, when was your Luke, I'm your father moment for this movie?
I've got 2. 1 nerdy for me, only me, and 2 for everyone. Mine was Daredevil. You know, as soon as he hit the screen, I was like, hell yes. That means, oh, this is going to be so good. And then when Aunt May got killed, or when she died, that was like shit.
I thought they were going to go on the Tony Stark being the Uncle Ben. I didn't know they were going to kill Aunt May too, because Aunt May doesn't really, you kind of expected her to always be there for him, and then she was.
And then she was, and you're right. You really feel like Tony Stark was the Uncle Ben substitute, and he died. So you thought that Peter already went through that.
Yeah, poor Tom Holland's Peter Parker. They just don't let him have anything.
Yeah, he's had more taken away from him than all of them. Like, he's been really screwed with the most.
He's what, 17?
Yes.
No, because they're getting accepted into MIT, so he might be 18. But yeah.
Well, the only good thing he has going for him is he made friends with pretty much all the bad guys. They still liked him. Like, I mean, let's be honest, even the tree didn't mind him either. Remember?
For me, my big wow moment was, I kind of mentioned at the beginning, but just the fact that all the Spider-Men were there, not just for cameos, but they were there for an extended period of time.
It felt like a closure.
That was when I saw it the first time, I was like, that's super cool. And then you think, oh, they're still in here. Oh, yeah. They still haven't got away. And then like 20 minutes later, you're like, are they kind of staying in for the rest of the movie? And so I for me, that was the part where I knew that they were going to be in this movie. I didn't know they were going to be in this movie that much, which I thought was really cool.
At some point in the movie, it didn't feel like a Marvel movie anymore. It felt like a superhero movie. It lost that like Marvel universe feel that most of the movies have, and because you saw so many other faces that are not Marvel. And then it also makes you think, like, are they considered Marvel now? Like, is Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man considered
That's a good
Marvel?
question. Are they Marvel now?
Well, I know that they made a bunch of money.
Yeah, they made a bunch of Marvel money, yes.
I'd like
well,
to
here's
think
the thing is,
no.
it's only a matter of time before Disney is bought out Sony also, which then they'll have everything about Spider-Man along with everything about Marvel, which means they'll buy DC probably too, and they'll do the matches in 30 years down the road where they mix those guys out. But I think that with the multiverse, the way it's going, I think that they're going to be able to play with it a lot like they did in this movie with people like Daredevil, even though he's in their MCU. Sorry. but also people like Jamie Foxx and William Dafoe and Alfred Molina, they all get to come back as their characters once in a while. I want to see the angry Russian in the rhino suit. I'll be honest. But I wanted to ask you before we go farther, do you think, being that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was so much more loved in this movie than it was in his second movie, and that's why they canceled his third one, you think he's going to get his third movie now?
No.
No,
they're only going to go younger. I mean, in fact, in my opinion, Tom Holland is only going to do one more of these. I mean, obviously the end credits introduce Venom.
Yes. Yeah, we got to talk about
that. Now, question, theory. I guess it's theory time. Is that little alien goo thing that dropped off, is that going to infect the bartender, who is a prominent actor? He's in the show Ted Lasso. Is that guy going to be the new Venom?
Oh, I don't know,
because now Venom is part of this universe, meaning he's going to either attack or befriend or do something to this Spider-Man.
Yeah, I
it's
don't know.
It's going to be a different Venom because it's going to infect a different person.
I just loved when he was sitting there going, "No, a guy in a metal suit was flying." What? Purple.
By the way, I needed subtitles. I needed subtitles at that point. Yes.
Oh purple aliens. They don't want they want to eat brains.
I love Venom so much. I'm so excited.
We didn't watch Venom Carnage until after the movie. We came home and rented it.
Oh,
so it was really good. But I think that yes, it will be, and I think that's going to show up in Tom Holland's next movie. I think he signed on for 3 more. Honestly.
Oh, really? Well, you know, a lot of times these actors, they want to move on to other things, and Tom Holland's trying to be an action star. I don't know if you saw previews for his other movie that's going to come out where he wants to be.
It's going to be like Daniel Radcliffe, where like no one can see him for anything other than Harry Potter. It's going to be like no one can see him other than Spider-Man.
So he's going to want to break away at a certain point. But
which was what I brought up to my wife actually into the movie. Is this the writing off of Zendaya and Jacob or anybody else that had a memory of Spider-Man because they don't know who he is now?
And
it was just like, I mean,
there'll be another, but no, because here's the thing. On the next one, the next movie is going to be him and Venom centered, but I think it's going to be a new Venom. And then I think what's his face is now done. The guy can't understand a word he says. He's now done with Venom, in my opinion. It's going to be a new Venom, and it's going to be him and Spider-Man, and it's going to be Spider-Man trying to reconnect with the people he knew.
Yeah.
So I think there's still at least one more movie that has them all paired together, still in it.
And I agree, and I think they will be back, but I'm wondering if this was how they were setting it up when they originally did it, and then it's going so well. They're like, well, you're going to sign up for more movies, but this story,
especially when you see how much money this one made and opening, which was just like insane how much money this is making.
I feel like we need to make a verb, or like we need a word for the feeling that after these types of Marvel movies, like the end of Loki, the end of Infinity War and Endgame, the end of this movie, the end of the last Spider-Man. Like, what's that feeling of like?
What's this anticipation? Like you're already ready for the next one.
It's different than other franchises. It's just Marvel, where you're kind of like, you have these pieces that you can't put them together yet. I want there to be like an adjective for that.
Which, speaking of crossover, the other we're watching the show Hawkeye as a family.
Oh yes, I was going to bring that up right now. Did you guys finish?
We have 1 episode to go.
Shit, I can't talk about it. Okay.
I already know what happens.
Audrey knows what happens because she looks online like a normal Gen Zer and just finds out everything ahead of time.
Yeah, because I hate
No. This opens you're going to be actually thoroughly happy, I think.
Well, we already saw Kingpin get introduced at the end of the episode that we watched.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
but we don't know what happens in the next episode.
No, you don't. But yes, Kingpin is in this, which then, of course, is backed up by the fact that Daredevil showed up in the Spider-Man movie, which means they're both in this. And then, of course, you know, we have a new Hawkeye. Kind of, he's passing the baton in a sense to Kate Bishop. But man, it's so good. And Yelena, Natasha's sister.
Yep.
She is going to be in every Marvel movie that they'll allow her in because she's just killing this role. She's so great.
Oh,
when you're done,
it's a way for them to still have the Natasha character and a tie-in to that character without having to pay Scarlett Johansson.
Well, she did sign on for a few more movies, but I think she's directing a couple of them.
Ooh.
Oh,
I think she's going to direct some Marvel movies for them, I think.
All right. So what are some other thoughts you had when you saw the movie? What are some of the other things that kind of came to mind?
Finding out why Doctor Strange's house was full of snow, which is quite fun. The door was just left open. Which,
the door to Siberia was just
left open there.
I like the little I'm not the what is it? The Benedict Wong is now the head guy.
Supreme because he
Head
was
Supreme.
there.
He's all, yeah, I blipped for 5 years and I came back and he's in charge now, which I thought that was kind of funny.
And that makes sense too, because he was in Shang-Chi and he's the one that went and got Shang-Chi, and Aquafina brought him back over to talk to Hulk and Captain Marvel in that room, remember? So he was the one in charge, not Dr. Strange. That makes sense.
Another really funny scene that I really liked, I think it was underappreciated, was when Spider-Man, the whole world hates, or half the world hates him and half the world supporting him, and he's going back to school and he comes up and you got the 3 teachers and administrators.
Oh, God.
And one of them is Hannibal Buress, and he's sitting there going, I think you're guilty. I think you murdered him, which is funny because everyone knows that Hannibal Buress is the one who exposed Bill Cosby and started that whole thing. So for him to kind of sit there and kind of be like, I think he's guilty. I think you murdered him.
Smoove too. It's JB Smoove, who I can't understand half the time. Who's the other teacher? But
JB Smoove, I think he's like the principal or something like that. But yeah, for me, Tom, whatever his name is, I can't understand one word that comes out of that guy's mouth.
Tom Hardy. Dane.
Yeah, and then Venom talks weird too. So I can't understand either of them. So those movies are hard for me.
That's why you put on the subtitles. And you're old. That doesn't help either. But okay. I'm trying to think of other. I'm looking at the cast.
What about tie-ins? How do you think this movie is going to tie into future? Whether that's Avengers movies that could be. Well, I don't know if there's going to be any more Avengers, but like, how is it going to?
The rumor is the Dark Avengers are going to be assembled by Juliette Lewis, which will be Yelena, that other Captain America that got fired, and a couple other people. Kate Bishop, maybe. No, she'd be on the good side. She would never fight.
She I think wants to do good. I don't think she's. You can't picture.
But okay. I don't want to ruin it for you, but there is a scene in Hawkeye, the last episode, that shows the blip from somebody that blipped.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
So and that's all I'm gonna say. It's so cool the way they do it.
Do you mean the newest episode or the one where Yelena blipped? Because we've seen the Yelena blip.
That was in the second to last one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he sounded.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, where she blips in that bathroom.
Oh. Yes.
That was
We've
dope.
seen that one. That was kind of insane because it showed how weird it was.
Yes, and and she's like, I was in there for 5 seconds. She goes, you were in there for 5 years. And just the way it looked. I mean,
that's also the same amount of time that my daughters spend in the bathroom in real life.
Mm-hmm. That's why I look so
good. I'm not going to say any jokes about you, Eric.
No, I know. But yeah, so the movie was super impressive, super fun. Everyone's going to go out and see it. So it doesn't need no one cares about our recommendation. But of the Marvel movies that have come out, I think this definitely goes in the win column. Mm-hmm. Well done. Good job, everybody. Great casting. And I also am like, it's also one of those movies that I'm really excited to see what the next one is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm super pumped to see where they take it. Is the next one that comes out Guardians? What's the next big one that comes out?
Well, May is Multiverse with Doctor Strange.
Yes, I'm so excited. I've seen the trailer. Wanda's in it.
Well, the very end of the movie, they had like a long extended scene from it or whatever after the credits. Did you guys not stay till the very, 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 very end?
No, we're not.
What? We stayed and watched the Tom Hardy one, and when I couldn't understand him, and then that was it.
The very, 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 very
another one.
Oh my God.
They gotta stop it with this nonsense. Just put it in the movie, guys. I don't have time to watch. You already make a 3-hour movie, and now I gotta watch 25 minutes of credits.
Yeah, you do. It's actually like it's kind of like a teaser trailer, but a little bit longer for Captain or Dr. Captain. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Dr. Strange into the multiverse.
The multiverse of madness is what comes out when is it? May 6th, it says.
May. I'm trying to think. I don't think anything else is in the docket right now, but
Thor Love and Thunder is July.
Okay, yeah, and that's what they're going to introduce female Thor, which I think that's going to play into the whole multiverse because.
Well, and then they got She-Hulk coming because now every superhero's got to either be gay, a woman, or a different gender, or be transitioning or something. It's going to be,
or they have musicals about them now. So at the end of Hawkeye, wait till the end of the credits and watch that end credit scene too. Oh, and by the way, did you see the Rogers the musical signs in the Spider-Man movie?
No,
you didn't see them.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, in the beginning when he finds out he's flying through, you see yellow billboards that like Rogers.
Oh,
music.
I did see that. I did see
that.
I noticed that. Yeah.
And that's what's in Hawkeye. That's happening in Hawkeye. It's a running joke in Hawkeye. And then at the very end credits of Hawkeye, there's a scene of basically there's a song which is quite fun. about Captain America. You just got to watch it. You know, it's all making fun of him, but it's like they're being serious actors on stage. Like it's a Hamilton show.
Oh yeah.
So you got to watch it. Like they put all into it. It's fun. But there's an end credit scene at the end of the last Hawkeye episode too.
So yeah, it says Guardians is not coming out until 2023. So we got a long ways to wait for Guardians. But did you see the Guardians holiday special?
No,
it's going to be next year. Like the old takeoff of the Star Wars holiday special.
They did that this year or next year?
No, they're doing it. It's for next year.
Is it going to be live action or cartoon?
I think it's going to be live action.
That would be dope. They're going to introduce Adam Warlock on a Christmas special.
Oh, and I think they're going to try and do another Fantastic Four, which they've never been successful at launching that franchise. They've tried 4 times and it's just not working.
The next Spider-Man is due to release after I graduate.
Wow. What's
July
that?
2024.
Jesus, you're old. You're going to graduate high school. But stop talking. You're too young. No, just kidding. I think that's, I was going to say something about the multiverse and with Fantastic Four. I think that they have a lot of easily playable parts there, being that Michael B. Jordan was the Human Torch and so was Captain America, who it was Killmonger and Captain America. So I think that there might be some smart ways to play with it that way to reintroduce them, but I don't know. Fantastic Four will be made, and I just hope they do it right this time.
Yeah, because like I said, they've never really been successful at launching that one. But super pumped about the Multiverse of Madness. But for now, basking in the glow that is the well-made Spider-Man movie, and super happy that we got to go see it. And
well, no, we got Morbius coming. Morbius is coming.
I didn't think that's going to be good.
I think it is, and it has him talking
Morbius.
Morbius with.
They showed the preview right before the movie started.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
With Jared Leto, but also Michael Keaton's in it.
He looks like Adam Driver and Keanu Reeves, but like bad.
This is like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. That was one of those previews where I looked at it. I'm like, I don't know.
He's just a bad dude.
I think Morbius is going to introduce Blade, and that's going to be a whole nother extension of the MCU.
Yeah, well, they have a Blade movie coming out. Like,
this is a vampire. Blade kills vampires. That's why it's going to tie it all in.
Yeah.
All right, get out of here. I got to go do something.
All right. Yes, it's my wife's birthday today, and so we're going to be taking her out to dinner and going out and having fun. But glad we can hop on. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts, super entertaining ones on there, like This Is Funner. What else is on there? No, wait.
This Is Funner. Conversate with us.
Conversate with us. That's what I was trying to think of. Yes.
Rock and Roll Confessional. Also, thank you, Audrey, for joining us as always.
No problem.
And
she'll have to join us when in a few weeks after we've watched a few episodes of Boba Fett, which we're super pumped about. So we will have to meet up again soon.
An aneurysm. I've been reading the books. I read the book in like 2nd grade, and I was so excited because I thought there was going to be a movie coming out, and then it never did, and then it's going to happen.
And now it's here.
I know what's going to happen because I read the books.
I'm so excited too. But tell Mo happy birthday.
I will. And
happy
you guys
holidays.
Have a Merry Christmas.
And tell her that I've been trying forever to get her birthday present to her, but her divorcing you just isn't happening right now.
Okay, well, at least we'll have to wait another year.
Okay. All right,
everybody.
Till next time, we'll catch you later.
Bye-bye.
Wherever there's a hang-up, you'll find a Spider-Man.
Selling your car to Carvana is as easy as...
As easy as pie?
Sure. All you have to do is enter your license plate or VIN.
As easy as a stroll in the park.
Okay, then just answer a few questions and you'll get a real offer in seconds.
As easy as singing.
Why not? Schedule a pickup or drop off and Carvana will pay you that amount right on the spot.
As easy as playing guitar.
Actually, I find that kind of difficult. But selling your car to Carvana is as easy as...
Can be.
Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get an instant offer today.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.